Good morning. This is Wednesday, and it's time for a meditation. Um, I write the Wednesday morning prayers, and I've been doing it for, I don't know, maybe 15 years, 14 years, quite a while. And it always, I find it really interesting when I start to come up with what it is I'm going to write about. And this particular case, I decided to write about peace. And that's what I was thinking about. And as I read it this morning, it seemed like the perfect thing that I needed to do, for this meditation. Peace really comes from within. And when we are not at peace, then we should examine what it is within us that is causing us not to have peace. And in the case of me, and this morning I was just fine, and then I saw something and it put me into this spiral of, oh, it's not that again. And it was just like, wait, you decide whether you can have the peace that you woke up with and you want to continue. So what I needed to do was to go within. So I did. I've been thinking about that and thinking about, well, what would ideally I do to go within, to meditate on this? And I think about all of the times that I've reached out to God. Maybe not all the times, because they're probably too numerous to even think about, but the times that are really significant. What did I do when I really needed that inner peace, when I was in turmoil? And so I thought I'd take you on a little trip of quite often what I do to really center myself and think about how peace is important to me. So let's just gather yourself together and think about what it is you might want peace from right now. Okay, let's close our eyes and breathe in for a minute. Breathe in and breathe out. Just a calming few breaths. I think back to when I was a child, and one of the most calming songs was the song about being in the garden with God. And so what I do, I think about being in the middle of a beautiful garden, a rose garden, a garden with flowers, a springtime garden, or a fall garden. Different flowers, different colors, but the effect is still the same. The beauty that surrounds you. And there may be dew on those roses or not. But think of yourself as seated on a bench, a cement bench surrounded with flowers, knowing you're in the midst of God's garden. God's garden is full of beauty. It's full of joy. and it's full of peace. And just sitting in that garden, breathing in and out for a minute, picturing those flowers, flowers that you love, smelling the smells, feeling the slight breeze, a warm breeze, and knowing that you are perfectly placed for being at peace. So let's take a few moments and sit in God's garden. As you go within, listen to that bird song. Feel the warmth on your shoulders. Feel the calm in your spirit. Notice how your body feels differently than when you started. Let all those thoughts that disrupt your peace go poof up into the air, like a thought jumping out of your head and becoming a cloud that goes away. It suspends in the air and then it poofs away. Let any anxiety, any worry, any concern, any disturbance leave your mind. Poof, it goes up into the ethers. And as you continue to sit there in that garden, feel God's arms wrapped around you. Feel the peace of mind in your brain that your body feels from God's love. Know that whatever is disturbing you and causing you to have the lack of feeling peaceful, let it go. Peace begins with you. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Now let's come back into reality and realize how peaceful you now feel. It's important to be peaceful in order for peace to occur in the world. But you have to have peace of mind, and you have to feel peace before you can practice peace. So what I'd like you to do is to say these 2 affirmations. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. I center myself in God's love and peace every day. I center myself in God's love and peace every day. I center myself in God's peace and love every day. I don't know about you, but I feel a lot more peaceful than I did when I started. And that thing that came up for me this morning, it's still there, but it's not bothering me. I committed myself to peace from within. Have a wonderful day full of peace.